Episode 3646, How to Silence the Voice in Your Head.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're starting off your week with a bang in a positive manner. Yes, you don't need anything else going on, but you know, the weather has been kind of crazy. So I do pray that you're safe, that the weather has cooperated with you, because there's nothing more wrenching than your life being torn upside down and inside out because of weather issues, right? You just can't control that. But one thing that we can control is what we say in our head, how to silence the voice in your head. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Well, do you often find yourself battling the negative whispers in your mind that chip away at your self-worth and motivation? I mean, it's like taking the chisel, not in a positive manner, totally negative. And man, you're just hammering away. And what you thought might be possible is now just all rubble. It takes time, right? And it takes time to take control and really learn how to silence the voice in your head. Because if you can learn that, truly, you can go do and be anything that you want. Remember when you were growing up and you were probably told by someone in your life, whether it be your mom, your dad, a teacher, a Sunday school teacher, whoever it was, they said, you could go and be anything and do anything that you want. And then we get older and we get a little bit, I don't know what the word is. We just get to the point where we're like, I can't do anything. Because we know how many times we failed, and that adds up to a lot more than how many times we've succeeded. And it's almost as if, why even try? I'm just going to kind of do the do. But what if you could? What if you could learn how to silence the voice in your head? How would that change your life? But before we get there, let me ask you this question. How many years have you been saying the same thing in your head? Better yet, how many times have you repeated what you told yourself in high school? And this might be something that didn't come directly from you, but because of your experiences, because of who you hung out with or the people around you. Maybe you had a nemesis and they were just always gutting for you. They just kept coming after you, whether it was in sports, in band, could have been in theater. It might have been even all academics. Whatever it was, it stuck. And now we fast forward decades into our life, and what's happening? We're still going back to high school. The little whispers that we hear in our head, and that's truly where many people live every day. We get up with the same voice in our head, yet we're quick to complain about our spouse or our children. It's like, if I was just not married, it'd be great. And sometimes we get rid of the spouse, just saying. But how come we can't kick the voices in our heads that are destructive and dismantling our well-being, dismantling our hope, taking away everything that we know is possible? We sacrifice ourselves for the sake of others' lies. And for what? For their gain and your loss? Life isn't fair, but you can play the game for yourself more fair. But you have to be willing to get in the game. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. Get in the game. And I know you're probably sitting on the sideline right now saying, do you even know what's going on in my life? I don't exactly. Praise the Lord, God does. So he can move in a mighty way. But guess what? He can't move if you're not willing to. Seriously. We had these beautiful thunderstorms yesterday evening. Unfortunately, we did have tornadoes around our area. Luckily, there was no destruction major, at least at this point in time of me hearing the reports. But let me tell you, you listen with your ears and you look with your eyes, and all you see majesty in the skies. It is absolutely incredible. The lightning strikes, and I can say this because I was walking my grand dog, and I was like, we really need to get moving up here because I don't want to be standing here much longer, or we're going to be part of that strike. And it was gorgeous rods coming from as far up as the eye could see all the way down to the earth. And I think, how come we sit here and we can look at things so majestic like that, but then we can sit in a corner and complain and have a pity party over and over and over saying, I can't do this. Well, in my travels, I've also enjoyed some incredible basketball games. Have you been watching March Madness? Well, you see, when it comes to March Madness, the madness has nothing to do with the game, but everything to do with the heart. This is the time when teams and individuals rise above their own ceilings. They create new records to be broken, but it all comes from them getting in the game. They have to buy in to a vision that is bigger than themselves, which means what? The ceiling's now higher. And sometimes the floor may have already dropped out from underneath them. And they're like, I don't know how we're going to climb up this, but we're going to. Did you watch Maryland's game? The freshman made the winning shot? Come on. How cool is that? Get in the game. So what does that look like in real life? Number one, cultivate self-compassion. If you're always coming at yourself from a negative point of view, I'm telling you right now, you're going to stay in the valley. You just are. So practice mindfulness and self-awareness to recognize when self-doubt creeps in. What are those little whispers? Is it a song that comes on the radio? I kid you not. It may take you to a time in your life that's like, oh, and you maybe not have even thought about that. Maybe it's the scent of a perfume or cologne. Maybe it's a TV show. Maybe it's even one that you're binge watching right now. It could be an activity. Maybe you were involved in sports and maybe that's where some stuff happened. Wherever it is for you, you need to be able to be aware that that's something that's creeping into your mind. Right? Have you ever had an infestation of a pest, whether it be ants, cockroaches? Oh my goodness, I could tell you stories. When I first came and was introduced to flying cockroaches is when we lived in Texas. And I was in middle school, and I can never forget the scream of my mother and the yelling of my father. And I had no idea what was going on. We were in this place that we now called home, just moved there to Texas. And all of a sudden, I hear these noises and I hear swats, but it's just not a few swats. It's like banging things. And I'm thinking, as a kid, I'm in middle school, so I know enough that, sometimes, but my parents really never fought. It was just like, okay, we're going to share what we have to share, and then we'll get on to the next thing. They never really fought. And so what I heard was just strange. I remember walking out of my bedroom, and my bedroom sat just right off the living room area. So I just had to turn the corner from the door, walk down like 3 steps into the hallway, into the living room. And all of a sudden, I kid you not, there's these things that are at least 3 inches long with wings. Oh yeah, you know what that's called? Flying cockroaches is what that's called. Scary as all get out. Okay, that's what happens. When you've got self-doubt that creeps in, you got flying cockroaches everywhere. And you've been infested. At some point, you have to say, enough is enough. Yeah, they kicked us out. They had to totally tarp our whole house and bomb it and everything. It was ridiculous. We get there, just move in, brand new to the area, brand new to Texas, hadn't been there, visited, yes, but now we're living there. And now we're kicked out of our home. And we've got to do the due diligence. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to kick the flying cockroaches, the self-doubt that creeps in, that criticism that you keep saying, I'm not good enough? And then replace it all with self-compassion. Speaking to yourself with love and kindness, just as you would to a friend in need, even a stranger. Celebrate your victories no matter how big or small. Acknowledge your worthiness. This is all about cultivating self-compassion. Yeah, put a tarp over your head, not literally, but figuratively, and balm it with self-compassion, kindness. Let that be the way you get rid of those horrible things that get in your mind. Number 2, channel your passion. Identify your passions and interests to fuel your drive and enthusiasm. So if you're like, oh, I really want to do this thing, and you know that God has called you to this. You just know that you're supposed to be involved in this, but you still have all these question marks. And you're like, oh, but. And they are huge buts, not the one you sit on, okay, just saying. You got to look at your passion and say, okay, where's my passion? I've got to be able to fuel that to keep driving myself to the next step. The next step, one step at a time, leads to miles of greatness. And when you could do that, then you get to set inspiring goals that align with your values and your aspirations. It keeps you going. It keeps the wheels turning on the little train that said, I think I can, because eventually you've gone over the initial hilltop and you're going down and it's like, I know I can. So surround yourself with supportive people. Surround yourself with stuff that you put in your head that uplifts you, that encourages your passions. If you're listening to all the CRAP out there in life, what do you think you're going to produce in your head? Spell it. Just saying. You don't want to cap the CRAP in your head, right? Take it off. And finally, number 3, take purposeful action. You hear me often say, take aim. Action ignites motivation. But that action does have to be purposeful. Break down the daunting tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Therefore, you're not going to feel that overwhelm of like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could do this. And then you're back in high school again, or maybe for some of us, middle school. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. It's not, well, maybe I can do this. It's when I can do this. When I will do this. I can do this. Watch me do this. And then stay committed to your goals by staying focused on your why. What's driving you? Maybe it is a calling on your life. Maybe it's your husband. Maybe it's your children. Maybe it's your upbringing. Maybe it's a combination of 2,000 things. Whatever it is, stay committed to it. And then allow that positive impact to take place. You get to choose how you show up every day, how you go out and impact the world that you touch. So what will today be like for you? Are you willing to say, you know what? I can do this. And yeah, I am tired. It's okay to be tired. We all get tired. Just don't hang out there very long. Take a nap if you need to, but then get back up on the horse and say, I know. And yeah, maybe pretend the horse is a train, whatever you want to do. I think I can, to I know I can, to look at me go. Give me the ball, coach. I can make the shot. Can you imagine telling God that instead of running, instead of listening to the little voice in your head saying, God, give me the ball. You've created me for more. It's time for me to go create my now. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life, and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.